Yo, hey, this shit easy, nigga. Hey, all I'm talking about, nigga, I'm still out here trying to get it.
Contender Regime Boxing checking back in with y'all. What's going on? Man, I wanted to chop it up about Deontay Wilder. Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder. 42-0, 41 knockouts, 1 draw. Right now, I feel like the best and most dangerous fighter on the planet, bar none. I wanted to talk about, why I believe he should be considered as the true #1 pound-for-pound fighter. Now, I know traditionally heavyweights are not on this list. Heavyweights, people view heavyweights as one division. You can't go up or go down. It's just, you could go down, but, there is nothing beyond heavyweight. So it's like the end all be all. We would assume that, if you take the best heavyweight, they'll be able to beat any small guy, right? Now, but if you take into account what pound for pound actually means, now I know this list is subjective. Really, the pound for pound should only be one fighter. It shouldn't be a list. It should only be one fighter. Who is the best pound for pound fighter in the world? It shouldn't be a list. This should really be way more simple than it is right now. We make it complicated with trying to make a whole list and shit. It really is supposed to be one pound for pound fighter, and I believe that pound for pound fighter is Deontay Wilder. Now, the basis of the term pound for pound is if these two guys were the same size, skill for skill, who would win? Now, when you look at a guy like, first, it's a lot of great fighters out there. You got Terrence Crawford, Canelo, Earl Spence, Vasyl Lomachenko, and it's a lot of great fighters out there. But when you look at Deontay Wilder, he's so different from anybody else. His style is his own. He don't fight like the traditional fighter. He's very unpredictable, and he has something that nobody else in the history of boxing has ever had, and it's the greatest power punch of all time. The most powerful punch of all time, this straight right hand. And don't get it twisted. He got power in the left hand, too. He done knocked plenty of guys out with that left hand. Left hook, he can go to the body, but that straight right hand is a gift from God. You dig what I'm saying? And that's what separates him from any of these other fighters. Now, I'm going to make another point as far as the pound for pound, but, just looking at the styles and skill for skill, ability for ability, because people got to start giving Deontay Wilder his credit, the way he set these guys up and time these right hands. You can't call it luck if he's doing it 41 out of 42 times. You can't call that luck now. Everybody he done faced done touched that ground. Everybody he done faced done touched that floor. You know what I'm saying? And it ain't been many that done got up. You dig what I'm saying? So you can't call that luck. Now, if you say, well, okay, he's not as skilled as these other guys, but we've seen that it don't matter. He just beat Luis Ortiz, who I feel is the overall most skilled, most technical, the overall best fighter in the heavyweight division. He beat him twice by knockout. You know what I'm saying? Precision, precise knockouts, accurate timing, setting his guy up. And this time was even better than the first time because he displayed more patience, more intelligence in the ring. And, he really went in there and did what he wanted to do the whole time. He was really waiting to set him up for that right hand, throwing different looks, touching him with the jab, just putting it out there, ranging him, you know what I'm saying, and waiting for that perfect, pop! Waited for that perfect opportunity to put that bitch right on his forehead. You know what I'm saying? Had all type of pink oil moisturizer, sweat, spritz, all type of blue oil scene dripping off his head. You know what I'm saying? It takes skill and a great God-given ability to do stuff like that. You dig what I'm saying? So, but if you going back to the pound for pound discussion, if you look at, his last few fights, and this is kind of like the trend in most Wilder's fights, but he comes into the fight, he weighs in at the weigh-in and comes into these fights significantly lighter than his opponents. Now, when you think about pound for pound, we're supposed to be predicated off of skill and size. If these guys were both the same size, skill for skill, could he stand a chance? Well, there is no other fighter in boxing that is beating on a consistent basis, beating guys that are coming in the ring 20, 25, 30 pounds heavier than them. No other fighter is doing that. If you look at Wilder versus Luis Ortiz 2 at the weigh-in. Wilder came in at 219. Luis Ortiz was 236, and this was lighter than the first time that Luis Ortiz fought Wilder. But he came in a few pounds lighter at 236. That's still over 15 pounds heavier than Deontay Wilder. You dig what I'm saying? That's over 15 pounds. Now you got the previous fight before that, Dominique Brazil versus Deontay Wilder. Wilder come in a fight at 223, and he really don't come in that heavy at all, at least as of late. You know, he normally comes in anywhere between 225 and 210. The brother came into the fight at 223. Dominic Brazil weighed in at 255. 255 pounds, bro. That is 22 pounds. That's 32 pounds. Excuse the bad math. That's 32 pounds heavier than Deontay Wilder. Come on now. Look at the Tyson Fury fight. Wilder came in at 212. Tyson Fury came in at 256 pounds. There is no other fighter that's beating guys 20 and 30 pounds consistently, time after time after time, and knocking them out. Knocking them out cold. Nobody in boxing is doing that. That's why Deontay Wilder is the true #1 pound for pound. It should only be one fighter. It shouldn't be a such thing as a pound for pound list. It should be one fighter, and that's the #1 baddest man on the planet, pound for pound, and that's Deontay Wilder. I can't see it no other way. Deontay Wilder is the true pound for pound. If you put him in the ring with anybody, I don't give a damn what they weigh. I don't give a damn what planet you find them on, what country, what state, what city, what area. They not going to beat Deontay Wilder in the 12-round fight. They not going 12 with the champ, and if they do, it'll be by the grace of God. You dig what I'm saying? Deontay Wilder is the most dangerous fighter on the planet. He the baddest man on the planet. And you can go to the end of the earth and look for a guy to beat Deontay Wilder. And I promise you won't find nobody. Y'all let me know what y'all think down in the comments, man. Do y'all feel the same way about Deontay Wilder being the true #1 pound for pound? And if not, explain to me how not. You know, because he has all the criteria to be the #1 pound for pound fighter. Aside from him being a heavyweight, I feel like he can go down to cruiserweight, like he said in the interview with 7A Sports TV. Shout out to 7A Sports TV. He said, "Look, man, I can go down to cruiserweight, but I know none of them dudes gonna want to fight, man. You know, if he go to cruiserweight, none of those dudes gonna want to fight him. He came into fights previously at 205, 209, so it ain't nothing for the champ to go down to 199. He can do that." But ain't nobody gonna want to fight him. Who at cruiserweight in their right mind gonna get in the ring with Deontay Wilder? Y'all let me know what y'all think down in the comments, man. Contender regime, boxing. I'll holler at y'all boys, man.